I asked him, so you got married and your mother is alive, sick as she is, and you did not even send for her? You could not even let her know she has a daughter-in-law, her first son, her only son. You got married, you could not let mama know. My brother said, I will not bring my wife to that witch. I will not bring God. I will not bring her near that woman so that she will eat her womb. Welcome back to Grace Narrative TV. My name still remains Ada. I'm so glad you are here. If you are joining us today for the first time, welcome to the channel. And yes, believe me, you are going to enjoy every moment spent here. So today's story, I want you to get comfortable, settle down. It's not a short one, it's a whole life. I received an anonymous email from a sister based in the United States of America. She wanted privacy because of her brother's mental health. And I believe her, because when you listen to this story, we know the reasons for our privacy. This story is about a family, a small family that did everything right. Father was present, mother was present and strong, children were brilliant, they did everything well, building a beautiful home. But suddenly it all started falling apart. Loss, it started from loss, sickness, confusion, a brother who turned against his own mother for years, and eventually death. And the person behind it, oh God, that is the biggest one of the story. It's not a stranger, it's not a faraway enemy, no. It's someone within, someone that sat on their table, that eats with them, someone that smiles with them, someone that buys them gifts, someone that shares blood with them. This life is wicked. This story is going to make you feel a lot of things. It will make you feel anger, it will make you feel grief, it will even make you feel recognition, because someone watching this right now, I believe that as you are listening to this story, it will remind you of something that is going on with you or that has happened to you. Feel free to share your story with us. Like I said, the email to share your stories in the description of this video. And also, I want you guys to sit down and watch to the very end of this video, because the ending matters a lot. This story is a testimony, it's a warning, and it's also a reminder that prayer is never optional. And please, if you are here to subscribe, please, those that have been here that are still here to subscribe, if you are just joining today and you have not subscribed, please just click on the subscription button. It will take you nothing less than 1 second to do that. So let me just open the email and start reading, guys. Hi Ada, before I start, I need to say that I want to remain anonymous. And it is not just for myself, it is mostly for my brother. He has been through a lot, and I do not want people to come with judgment before they understand the full picture. We are still protecting him, still helping him heal. So please just know that every single thing I'm about to share is real. I also want to thank you for this channel. There are stories that people carry for years because they do not know who to tell. You do not know who will mock you, who will judge you, who will make things worse. This place feels safe, and the courage you showed by sharing your own personal story. Ada, I truly applaud that. Thank you. The fact that you came out with no grudge, no bitterness, no vengeance in your heart, I respect that deeply. Let me tell you about my family. We were 5. My father, my mother, my elder brother, myself and my younger sister, a small, tight, beautiful family. My father was a civil servant, a school principal in a federal school. We lived in Enugu State, but our state of origin is Abia. We were in Enugu because of his posting. My mother was a stay-at-home wife. She finished secondary school but did not go to university. But do not let that fool you. She was a sharp, articulate, beautiful woman. She spoke fluently, she carried herself with grace. And my father was everything. He was always present, always caring. He came home every evening and made sure his family had a proper night together. He was the kind of man that made you feel safe just by being in the room. We loved him, we still miss him today. Oh, this is the kind of family that everyone always pray for. What a perfect, beautiful family. Let's just continue. Let me continue reading, guys. In the year 2000, my father went to work one morning. Like every other morning, we went to school. We came back that afternoon and we were waiting for him the way we always did. Waiting for our evening together as a family. Then a call came into our landline at home from his office. They said he had been rushed to the hospital. My brother was about 15 years old at that time. I was about 10 years old. Our last baby was about 8 years old. We were too small to fully understand what was happening. But we were old enough to feel the fear on our mother's face. My mother did not leave the three of us at home alone, so she carried all of us with her. Whatever it takes, and she carried all of us with her. Whatever it takes, and she went to the hospital. I remember sitting at the reception while she spoke with the doctor. When she came out, she was crying. We asked her if she was fine. She said she was fine, and she held us. It was only years later, when we were fully grown, that we understood what the doctor had told her that day. My father had died of kidney failure, kidney complications, and the most heartbreaking part, he already knew. He had known his diagnosis for a while, about a year ago. He had been quietly managing it, doing treatment on his own, without telling my mother or anyone in the family. Really? How can you keep such from your wife, your family? Because he did not want to worry them. He was hoping to get better, to have his testimony, to surprise his family with good news one day. But that day never came. We lost him that same evening. My mother wept. And when we saw her weeping, the three of us started crying too. Because we did not fully understand, but we understood that whatever was happening was bad. We sat there, three children, crying because our mother was crying. But how would you hide such diagnosis from your family, guys? Let me know in the comment section, because do people really do that? No, God, okay. After the burial, we had to think about what came next. My father had built a small bungalow in the village in Abia State before he died. So after everything in Enugu was wrapped up, our home there was rented and tied to his job. My mother took us back to Abia to stay in that house while she figured out the next step. 8 months after we buried him, my father's gratuity came in. My father had been a school principal in a federal school, and the gratuity that was paid was 3 million naira. Now, during the burial and the months after, my mother has been using money from my father's personal account and her own small savings to cover all the expenses. She had a bank account where my father sent upkeep money every month. She had kept small amounts from that over the years. That was what they used for the burial, for the transport, for all the costs that came. So when the gratuity finally arrived, my mother put it in her account and she did not touch a single kobo of it. That money was for our children, for our school fee, for our future. She had made up her mind about that before the money even landed. But the moment the money landed, family came from everywhere. My father's sister suddenly had a lot of opinions about that money. The same woman who had been so sweet and present through the entire burial, the one who stood beside my mother through everything, she changed. Greed entered her. She wanted a share. My uncles, they all did. This man left 3 young children and his own family was fighting over the money that was supposed to carry those children through life. My mother stood in front of all of them and said no. She told them clearly, this money is for my children. It is for their education, for their future. I will not give a single naira to anybody. I love this woman. Oh, I love this woman. And if anyone wants to take me on, I will get a lawyer and I will win. Remember, she said her mom didn't go to the university, but she's very articulate. Now I'm seeing it. They hated her for it. My father's sister, the one who had been so lovely, started going around the village saying terrible things about my mother. That she was a thief, that she was greedy, that she was keeping. That is how they do. I've seen a lot. Like for this one, I've seen a lot. That is how they do. Especially in the eastern part of Nigeria, where I come from, I've seen a lot. The same woman who had held my mother's hand at the graveside was now her enemy because of money. My mother watched all of this happening around her children. She watched the village turning toxic and she made a decision. She said, I am not raising my children in this. Whatever they are planning, whether it is harm or just poison, we are leaving. She packed us up, left my father's bungalow, left Abia State, and took us straight to her own side, to Anambra State, to her father's home. She left a house my father had built because her children's peace was worth more than any property or any argument. We settled in my maternal home in Anambra. My grandmother was still alive and she welcomed us warmly. She enrolled my brother in a private secondary school and she enrolled me in a government primary school because I was about writing my common entrance. And my baby sister also, she enrolled both of us in the same school so that I would always come home with her. While she saved some parts of the money, the remaining 3 million for our university. And I and my younger sister secondary school. She did not want us to go to government secondary school. She wanted all of us to go to a good private secondary school. So she was already planning ahead. My grandmother had a small shop where she sold soup items. It was actually a well-known little business in the area. My mother started helping out at the shop, going there to assist my grandmother. While my grandmother was getting older, after some time, my grandmother called my mother and told her, I am coming of age. I cannot keep running this shop. You have 3 children to take care of. I am leaving this business to you. And my mother took it and she ran it well. People loved her. The business was doing good. Now my mother had a senior sister. My mother was the second girl child in her family. Her elder sister was married with 3 children of her own and lived in Obosi in Anambra State, not in the village. She was based in Obosi, a bit away from our hometown. When she heard that my grandmother had given the shop to my mother, she did not say anything bad. She smiled. She was happy. She acted like she was perfectly fine with it. We genuinely believed she was happy for my mother. We did not know. Okay guys, so yes, that last statement, we did not know, it carries a lot of weight. But yes, let's keep going. But before we keep going, like I always say, remember, if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription button and like this video. Drop your comment if something similar as so far in this story has happened to you, as family members come against you because you lost your father or your mother and they want to take over property. Because I've seen a lot, yes, a lot. So yes, let's continue. Let me continue reading, guys. My mother ran the business and raised us. We went through primary, secondary. My brother was brilliant, sharp from the very beginning, always at the top of his class. I wanted to study law. My brother wanted to study medicine. When it was time for university, my mother sat down and thought carefully. My father had always dreamed of sending my brother abroad to study. My brother wanted medicine, but 3 million after years of living expenses and secondary school fees, can it cover 4 or more years of medical school abroad and still take care of me and our younger sister? My mother said, let us be real with ourselves, my children. You go to UNN, that is University of Nigeria, Nsukka, study medicine there, graduate, work for 2 or 3 years, then apply for a scholarship abroad. From there, your international journey starts. My brother agreed. You always listen to our mother. This woman is actually very articulate. The fact that she did not even graduate, she did not go to university. No, she's very intelligent, she's very brilliant. I give it to her. I got, for the lady that sent the email, she said, I got admission into Unizik to study law. Oh wow. Our youngest sister was now done with primary school and moving into secondary school. Life was moving forward. We were going to be okay. And then my mother fell sick. It started with her legs. Then the swelling came. Then she could not walk anymore. Then the legs began to rot, producing pus. We took her everywhere. Federal medical hospitals, state hospitals, private hospitals, every place someone directed us to, we went. They ran tests, they came back confused. They thought it might be diabetes, but her sugar levels did not match the diagnosis. Nothing was correlating. Nobody could say with certainty what was wrong. The business, which had been doing so well, nobody to run it, it collapsed. Everything my mother had built from that shop was gone. I was in my 100 level studying law. My brother was in 300 level studying medicine. I look at my mother on that bed. This woman who had done everything right, who had sacrificed everything, who had walked away from houses and villages just to protect us. And I made a decision. I told my brother, you continue. I will pause my education and stay with mama. Oh, good. When she gets better, I will start again. Well, because I just started and my brother has gone far, it is wise for me to be the one to stop. Oh God. We all thought it's a sickness that will soon be healed. My brother wept. We all wept. But he continued schooling, coming home to check on her as often as he could. And I stayed. I became my mother's full-time caregiver. I bathed her. She could not stand. So I would use a towel to clean her body. I fed her. I cleaned her wounds. I turned her every single day. I did not go out. I did not go anywhere. I just stayed and I prayed whatever simple prayer I could pray. And I cried when she could not see me. The owner of the small clinic near our home, where my younger sister eventually went to train as a nurse after her secondary school, would sometimes come and help clean my mother's wounds. And the woman kept telling us, this thing is spiritual. You people need to pray about this. It is not natural. You would hear her and not know what to do with what she was saying. Because in our minds, we were asking, who have we offended? We left Abia for them, left a house my father built, left it all behind without a fight. We have been here quietly on my mother's side. We have not quarreled with anyone in this compound. The business, my mother was the only one selling that type of item in that area. So it was not like market rivalry. Everything was just confusing. So we kept going to hospitals and I kept praying and I kept praying and I kept crying. My younger sister finished secondary school during all of this. She said she was not going further with university. Where would the money come from with my mother's hospital trips every week, with the cost of chartering vehicles to different hospitals, with everything draining? She said she wanted to learn nursing from the small clinic near our home. She trained, she qualified. She's a nurse today and she's in the US with her husband. Glory be to God, but I will tell you how that happened in a moment. My brother eventually graduated from UNN. He did 3 years of working in Nigeria and was also caring for our mom with the little resources he had left. And he was also saving for his plans to travel out of the country. Applied for different research scholarship programs abroad, and God was faithful. He got scholarship to the United States. He left and he got a good job, but today he's a medical doctor. Before he left, my mother took out the remaining money from my father's gratuity. It remained about 1 million naira. what was still left after all the years of expenses and gave it to my brother for his initial cost. My brother divided the money into 2 portions and left half with me and my mother for our upkeep while he settled in the US. My younger sister, while still in the village training, she met a wonderful man, a Nigerian-American based, who had come back to visit his grandmother. He met my sister, they fell in love. He did everything the right way. He came to see my mother despite in her sick position. He did the necessary things, and after some time, he sent for my sister to join him in the United States. He is still a wonderful man to this day. He supported our family, sending money for my mother's treatment and all. Put my sister back to school to get all necessary certifications needed to be a nurse in the US, and today she's a practicing nurse and the mother to 2 beautiful children. And then twins took a turn that none of us were prepared for. Guys, I need to suck this in. Let me just continue reading, guys. My brother had been calling every single day from the US, checking on my mother, sending money, telling her he loved her. Even my mother would tell him not to stress himself. He was always present from across the ocean. He was still the son she raised, and then after some months, he just stopped. When I managed to reach him, he would pick up, but he would not talk to my mother. Oh, okay, I need to pause here, guys. I need to pause. Like, this is becoming intense. Like, the same brother? No, I don't want to believe that. Let's get back to the story. He said he did not want to talk to that witch. He said he did not want to talk to the woman that killed our father. I felt eyes run through my whole body. This was my brother, the same person that would have taken a bullet for this woman. And now he was on the phone calling her a witch. I kept making excuses to my mother. I kept giving her different stories. I could not let her hear what her son was saying about her. My younger sister called him to try to reason with him. He shouted at her. He was unreachable. After a full year of my brother refusing to speak to my mother, calling her names whenever I brought it up, my mother knew something was wrong. She could not speak to her son, her only son, and that pain on top of the physical pain she was already carrying, it made it worse. What we did not know at that time was that my brother has been secretly calling my mother's elder sister the whole time. His mother was sick, on the bed, could not stand, could not walk. He called her a witch, but he was calling his mother's sister every... Guys, I want to leave that with you guys. Let me just continue the story because he had been secretly calling my mother's elder sister the whole time. The one in Obosi, who was close with her, sending her money, checking on her, while cutting his own mother off completely. I'm trying to hold my emotions, guys, because I don't know if you guys are actually listening to what I'm reading, because I just want to believe this is a Nigerian movie. I don't know. Maybe this is a Nigerian movie. If not, I received the email, I will say, okay, this is a script or something, because let me continue. Then my brother came to Nigeria and got married. He did not tell us. He did not call. He went with my mother's elder sister to the wife's family. She stood as the family representative and did all the traditional rites. Everything was done, and we found out after it was already over. I called him. He eventually picked up. I asked him, "So you got married and your mother is alive, sick as she is, and you did not even send for her? You could not even let her know she has a daughter-in-law. You, her son, her first son, her only son, you got married. You could not let mama know. My brother said, I will not bring my wife to that witch. I will not bring, oh God, I will not bring her near that woman so that she will eat her womb. Okay, let's just continue. I cursed my brother on that phone. I was done. I told him that was the last time he would ever hear from me, and I hung up. After some months, our mother died. Jesus, this woman died without hearing from her son. Before she passed, I had become desperate. A friend of mine took me to a native prayer place, not a church setting, a different kind of prayer man, a prophet of sorts. And he looked at me and told me plainly, the person responsible for your mother's sickness is your mother's elder sister. I don't need a soothsayer to tell me. Your own blood, that you share the same womb with, the same meal, the same blood. Guys, let's continue. I need to wrap up this story. No, it's too heavy for me. And what is happening between your brother and your mother, that is not natural either. And that is before their mother passed. Oh, she said before their mother passed, she became desperate. So let's continue. She's the one that turned his mind against his mother. It's obvious. The prophet said, if you had come to me earlier, I could have done more. God. But your mother, where I see her right now, she's already far from this world. Oh God. If she sees the sunrise of tomorrow, be grateful. I begged him to do whatever he could. He said he would prepare something and I should come back in 2 days. I went home, and before I even got through the door, my mother was already gone. No, Jesus. I'm trying to hold my emotions, so let me just continue the story, and so that I can wrap up with the story. It's a lot. It's too heavy. I don't want to. Oh God. My mother was already gone. She was lying lifeless on that same bed where she had spent years of suffering. I found out the source of everything on the same day I lost her. I cried not just for her death. I cried because I had gone looking for a solution and came back too late. I told my mother I was sorry. I told her I had failed her. I wept until I had nothing left. Oh God. I went back to the man 2 days later as he had angst, thanks to my friend who came to drag me back there because I already decided there was no need for it again. Oh God. Oh God. I already decided there was no need for it again. Since my mother, whom I wanted the answers for, she's dead. But my friend reminded me that the battle was not over yet. That I should remember what the man said about my brother. Left to me, I did not care anymore for my brother. But guess I did not realize I still loved him deeply. So I went back with her. He gave me something. He said at midnight I should stand in front of our compound, call my brother's name 7 times, do everything he instructed, and then smash the calabash on the ground. He said the next morning my brother, who had not called since he was told his mother was dead, would call. Because when my younger sister had called my brother to tell him her mother had passed, all he said was, "Glory be to God. The witch has finally gone. Now this family will have peace." My sister called me after that phone call, crying. She said, "Sister, I do not know what is wrong with our brother, but that is not him. I did that night exactly what the man told me to do. I smashed the calabash. I went to sleep. In the morning, the first call on my phone was my brother. Oh, glory be to God. He said, "How are you? How have you been?" Something has been off, he said. He felt like he had forgotten something, like something had been covering him. He said, "Give the phone to mommy." It was too late. Mommy was gone. I started crying and I told him, "Mommy is dead." He shouted, he wept, he said, "No, no, no, no." I told him it was not something we could discuss on phone. If we could come to Nigeria, he should come. He took permission from work that same week, bought his ticket and flew home. When my brother came home, he went to see my mother's body in the morgue. He wept like I have never heard a man weep. He was shaking, he could not stop. I took him to the prophet. The man repeated everything to him directly, told him what had been done to him, how his mind had been turned against his family, especially towards our mother, while he had felt the way he felt. He did prayers for him, he did cleansing for him. My brother cried through all of it. To this day, he has not forgiven himself. I understand. He's not functioning fully at work. His wife calls me almost every day. We keep consoling him, his wife, myself, telling him, "It is not your fault. The devil used an evil person to get to you. You were not in your right mind. It is not your fault." But he carries it every single day. Guys, now we see where the mental health comes in, why she said we should not judge the brother. But I don't want anyone to judge the brother. I know there are some people that don't believe in all these things like spiritual stuff, all those things. They exist. I believe we are almost done with the story. Let's just conclude it because it's a lot. A month after my mother's burial, my brother traveled back to resume work, and I got a call. My mother's elder sister, the one in Obosi, the one who smiled at us all these years, had suddenly fallen terribly sick. Glory be to God. The same kind of sickness. Her legs were rotting. This one was worse. Her hands, her face, her whole body. Worse than what my mother had suffered. Oh God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. She was asking for us. She said she needed to speak to us before she died. I told my siblings and they asked that I tell her we are not coming. Whatever you need to say it on the phone. And she confessed everything. She said she hated my mother from the day my grandmother gave her the shop. She was the elder daughter. In her mind, that business should have gone to her. That envy had been sitting in her chest from that very day, quietly, while she smiled and visited and brought provisions to our house. When my brother got his scholarship to go abroad, when it became clear that my mother's children were all going to thrive, that this widow who had kept her children together against all odds was actually going to win, she said to herself, "No way." She said she was the one that struck my mother with that sickness. She did it so my mother would not live to enjoy the children she worked so hard to raise. She said she turned my brother's mind against my mother, made him see her as a witch, made him believe she had killed our father. She said she did not touch me, the one taking care of my mother, because she knew my destiny was already ruined. Can you imagine? I had already dropped out of university. She was content to leave me there, slowly losing my years while caring for my mother, until I was too old and too tired to start over or even get married. And she said she had not planned for my mother to die when she did. She had planned for the sickness to last 15 to 20 years. Jesus! You want to keep someone in that pain for that long? How heartless can the heart of men be? Long enough for me to miss marriage, miss building a life, But my mother, she said, was too strong. My mother chose to die rather than keep suffering in that condition. My mother died after 10 years in that terrible pain. After she finished confessing every single thing, she died. And for my younger sister, she tried all she could to stop her, but her husband's prayers covered her. And at that moment, I asked God, why did you not reveal this early enough to my brother-in-law? Oh, you don't need to ask God. You don't need to. I believe there are some things that God will choose to reveal to some persons and not to reveal every. I'm not a prophet, I'm not a pastor, I'm just trying to my understanding of God and the Bible. So yes, but if I'm wrong, you can drop it in the comment and say, oh no, God can reveal. But the brother-in-law tried his best. He was covering his family with prayers, and that alone is enough. Who knows what she would have done to the younger sister? Who knows? But I guess we cannot judge the creator. He does as he pleases. Yes, my sister, we definitely cannot judge the creator. After everything, after the burial, after the confessions, after the tears, my brother said to me, it is time, Nne, for you to leave this place. Oh, it's time for you to start again. He worked on my papers. He filed everything that I needed to be filed. He did everything that needed to be done. And I believe God was going to do it. The prophet had told me, do not worry, you will leave this country. And I held on to that. My papers came through. I left Nigeria and joined my brother abroad. My brother put me back in school to study law, the same dream I had in post in 100 level, to care for my mother. That dream is not dead, it was delayed. It was buried under years of pain and caregiving and grief. But it is alive. I am still in school as I write this. I am not yet done, but I am in it. I am telling this story because I need people to understand something. I'm not telling it so that you start looking at your aunties or uncles with suspicion. I'm not telling it to put fear in families. That is not the point. I'm telling it because we spent years going to hospitals for something that hospitals were never going to solve. I'm telling it because prayer is not just a Sunday morning routine. It is a shield. It is the covering you put over your family before the enemy even arrives at the gate. It is the protection you carry for your children, even when they do not know they need it. Imagine my sister's husband was not a prayerful man. Probably my sister would have experienced the same fate as her mother. I am a victim of this. I am also a survivor. And I am now a born-again Christian who does not play with God. I am serious with my faith. Any prayer group, any gathering, any opportunity to go deeper, I am there. Because I have seen with my own eyes what the absence of spiritual cover looks like. I have lived inside it for years. To every mother, pray for your children. Do not just feed them and clothe them and send them to school and call it done. Cover them, pray over them every single day, because there are people smiling at your family right now who do not wish you well. And the only real protection, the only thing that stands between your children and what is coming against them in the dark is the God you serve. Thank you, Ada, for this channel. I hope this story reaches at least one person. I will be satisfied. I hope it reminds that person, be prayerful. Watch, fast and pray. Do not assume that because they are family, they cannot hurt you. And do not assume that because you cannot see a battle, it is not happening. Because the Bible says in Proverbs 27 verse 6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Take care of yourself and God bless you and thank you. My sister, I want to throw you a kiss. It has already given us everything we need to know, the lesson. Like the story completes itself. Like, I don't have anything else to say at this point. I'm going to end the story here. So family, please, let's all drop our comments to encourage this family. Yes, they need this encouragement. And yes, I love you. Thank you for your strength, your your strength to come forward and share the story with us. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. And yes, also please guys, like this video. Till I see you again next week, remember to subscribe. Don't leave this channel without subscribing, and turn on your notification bell, cause next week the next story coming, let me leave it in the cooler for you guys. I'm still your girl Ada, and this is still Grace Narrative TV. Real stories, real people, real life. I love you.